Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the first day of FSL Open Dota 2. Wait, Open
Two or three? 2.5.
2. Okay,
Two.
we'll stick with 2.5 at
Okay,
this rate.
two.
So FSL Open, Dota Open 2.5. And today, you have me, Ashley Rita Wong. My name is Ashley. And we have also the man with the golden voice, Holla TV. Here.
Okay, that's a little too much. But my name is Holler. I'm so happy to be here. This is great. Another FSL. It's nice to be here with you. Obviously, we casted last year FSL. So it's good to be back for the next league.
That seemed like an eternity ago, with COVID and everything being locked up and all. And then I just feel like I haven't been really down to the office and casting in like a formal setting. If you notice, we've got a nice backdrop here.
Yeah,
guys?
it's actually pretty nice.
Super nice.
It looks like kind of like the Matrix-esque. No, not that level. I mean, they should be going down, I think, instead of like the snow.
Like this, lean back more in the chair and then.
All right, but I mean, we have, 6 games today? I
wow,
think
6 whole games.
Yeah.
We are spoiled, huh?
We're going to get a ton of Dota today. Obviously, this is going to be the group stage. We're going to have the playoffs tomorrow, and it's going to be just back-to-back, straight-up games, just all over the place. I mean, 7.27D is just somewhat recent as of Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday morning for us,
recent.
right?
Yeah.
So what do you think about that patch?
I think it was a good balance patch.
Yep.
It definitely dealt a lot of nerfs in the areas that were very, very much needed. So I think what happens is that we get we get heroes who are not so OP anymore. So let's just head into the draft and then we can talk more about the patch because
Sure.
I see a lot of things in the draft right now that I actually want to talk about already here. So first up, for example, the Doom versus the Rubik pick here, right? So Doom was obviously one of the fan favorites in the previous patch, super strong and in general just a very nice, well-rounded hero. You could even play him in the mid lane if you wanted to.
5 seconds remaining.
So, but then they nerfed Scorched Earth and Devour Regen as well.
Yes.
So, those were two things that definitely did make.
I mean, he was just so strong because of, like, his HP regen was just out of control. He was just super strong, and plus, like, a lot of the items that he prevalently get, which is like the drums and like the halberd and those types, have all been nerfed.
Yeah.
So in a way, everybody's really been affected because of that. So just seeing that now that we're kind of. I mean, like, if you're going to see the pick here, and we're going to see Bren Esports picking up Doom and Rubik, obviously Rubik to counter the Doom, but the thing is that, is Doom really still that first pick?
Is he still first pick? I would say probably yes. It could just be a comfort pick, for some of the players here because
10
Doom
seconds
is
remaining.
relatively. I would say I think
5
Doom is relatively
seconds
easy
remaining.
and straightforward to play and just reliable overall still, in spite of the nerfs. So, and then also the very nice thing is that they combo it with the They combo it with the Rubik here, right? So what happens is that
Radiant team
you once you pick the Rubik, you're not afraid of Doom getting stolen at all.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
one of the ways that I watched a secret draft, I think it was that they just picked the Rubik first. And then so you go, oh, once they have a Rubik on the team, I don't really want to pick the Doom on my side. So then what happens is usually it's the reverse, like they pick the Rubik first and then the
10
Doom.
seconds
But you get the idea.
Yeah,
that Rubik makes you wary about picking Doom in the
5
first place.
seconds remaining.
I mean, I think Rubik is still pretty strong now. Obviously, Fabled is there. Obviously, the percentage damage and all that. So it has definitely late game potential.
Yep.
But I think it's still a support as opposed to a core. I have seen it used as a core, like mid. I've seen that, in some of the games. The Dendy Rubik, that style. But, like, I feel like it's not as good as, like, a traditional mid laner would be just because he doesn't really have the whole escape, the whole catch, And, I mean, yeah, he has the lift, but is that really the best stun that you need? I think that there's a lot more better options, so to speak.
I think he's just valued for the fact that he's a really good laner and always relevant at all parts of the game. So, for example, let's say you pick the Rubik here. You've already got great spells to steal. Anything from Grimstroke is fantastic.
It's good, yeah.
And so you'll be like, I think looking at the fact that they open with Doom and my train of thought crashed at the station, but I want to talk about the Grimstroke pick here.
10
So
seconds
in general, I
remaining.
think Grimstroke was also another one of those very
Dire
reliable
team
supports that just works, just for any kind of draft here.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't necessarily need to combo. That's the interesting thing.
Okay. Yeah.
The combo is nice, of course. You have, let's say, the Doom combo, the Lich combo,
The chain press,
even a Lion combo.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, Lion,
10
right?
seconds
I played this
remaining.
game recently with a party. It's a party game,
5
and
seconds
so we had
remaining.
Lion, Grimstroke, Lich.
Yep.
And it was a mid Lion. at the end of the game, the Lion had 31 stacks.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Because when you kill somebody under the effects of soul of soulbind, you actually get let's say two let's say both targets die under the effects of soulbind, you actually get 4 stacks immediately.
That's crazy. That's crazy, and that's awesome at the same time. That's awesome.
This does not sound balanced at all, which is why it doesn't usually work. And I think towards the mid game, the Lion figured out that he could one shot both the Wind Ranger and the Lina, so he just every time they poked their head out, he was just like
and
they just disappear.
I mean, but like it's weird because like Lion, I mean, I feel like at the pro scene, the Lion hasn't really been that out there. Like it hasn't been that popular, right?
For sure, yeah.
But obviously the scale is there, and I feel like he's still the same Lion, but he's just not as good for some reason.
Yeah, actually, I think I completely agree with you that Lion is just not been seen anywhere at all, and I think it's
10
just
seconds remaining.
I really don't know
5
why
seconds
actually.
remaining.
The more that I think about it, I it's something that I've still been thinking about, and I really don't know why. If somebody could enlighten us, well, we might come to that understanding later on.
I think the meta is just a little bit like tankier, like the tinies, you know what I mean? Like the things that are just trying to go at you, run at you.
Speaking of which, they just picked the Crystal Maiden. Her stats are like the worst in the game.
True, but I mean, it's weird that they would pick the Terrorblade that early. I feel like you just like if you pick the CM in that situation.
Wouldn't you reverse the
would you would have reversed it, right? So I feel like that was like I mean, drafting is a whole nother thought process in terms of how you do things. Like you could be really good at Dota, but you just could be really bad at drafting. And so understanding when to pick things, like the TB, in my opinion, was very early. Like they should not have showed that, and they countered instantly with the LC
Zeus and
the Zeus.
Well, yeah.
So you've got like a lot of, but the issue I'm seeing with the Thailand team, Mariposa, that is that they seem very, very squishy at this point, right? They have the LC, but like who is the guy that's going to bring
LC's not
utility?
your conventional sort of frontliner either. And right now they'll be looking for unless they want to go for Seven. Honestly, Seven
kind of
Mariposa, it works.
Like there's a lot of, I see potential weaknesses in this because of the fact that like a lot of the guys don't really want to go utility. You know, the LC definitely wants to go damage and wants to scale, right? That's usually how the LCs are played. But somebody needs to be that utility guy with like the Crimsons, the pipe, which I feel is going to be somewhat relevant. You need to survive. You got to outlast that Doom, right?
So
when
you
he does
want like
run
a more
at you.
traditional sort of offlaner who's like an aura carrier who can survive the onslaught and all. So they banned the Morphling actually. They still leave Seven in the pool. And but the thing is, right, so now my issue is that I see okay, so I was they picked Phantom Assassin. Okay. So the issue is that I was thinking the Legion was actually a good pick because whoever gets doomed actually can, you can give them the buff from Legion Commander, so that's that kind of keeps them alive for a little bit. But now the issue is whoever Legion duels, right? So Legion either wants to duel the Doom or the Terrorblade,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I
mean, either of them can save.
Yeah.
Either of them can save. So Terrorblade can always Sunder. Doom can always just Doom the LC immediately. So yeah, not too good at Legion Commander game except for the Purge.
Yes. Okay.
Which I think it was old Liquid who tried to run a position 5 Legion Commander. Do you remember this?
Yeah. Back in the day.
So.
Okay. So you've got a Night Stalker. I think this is going to be a mid Night Stalker.
No, I think it's a mid Doom actually.
Mid Doom.
I think it's a mid Doom.
Like I knew it was strong enough in 7.27C. I don't know if it's strong enough in 7.2D. Just because the HP regen is actually a pretty massive drop off. But I mean, obviously, they seem pretty comfortable picking it first. Like again, we'll see. And then Doom it's flexible enough, like where it can be almost any lane. Probably not a position 1, and that's why they got the TB. But for me, I feel like the mid lane is like who's going to be in it, we'll see, but I don't know.
You could.
It's kind of up in the air right now.
The mid lane also for Mariposa is quite interesting. You could lane either the Zeus or the Lina mid, isn't it?
True. Also true.
Yeah, because either of them could be played as 4 as well. So...
like, I feel like they're preparing themselves for either the Zeus or the Lina by the fact that if you have a Night Stalker in mid, I mean, once he gets 6, he just runs up on you, right?
So like you're saying that it could either be a Doom or a Night Stalker mid, it could be either a Zeus or a Lina mid. Which is the most favorable matchup for Mariposa here?
I think that...
for the mid lane matchup.
I think it's still... Like, I think they're wary now because that Night Stalker really just does change things up. But I felt like, 7.27C, like Zeus was everywhere. Like that guy was a mid and he was super annoying. Like I still think that's still a possibility that they do this. But going up into a Night Stalker, probably not something that you want to be, just because like everybody's, the mid laner obviously is the highest level, especially early in the game, so he could potentially just run up on the Zeus. And he's just like a sitting duck at that point.
Yeah, I mean, with the Night Stalker out, you just be able to see all the squishy people on the side of the Dire, and they're going to disappear pretty quickly, if anything.
So one thing to note is that obviously this is a Bren Esports team. They did make some changes. Obviously, we've seen a lot of familiar faces. We have seen some like Merity that is no longer with the team. But it looks like they've gone for like a straight-up Filipino homegrown team. I'm not sure if they're playing together, but they're all in the same country.
Right.
Whereas, if we're looking at, what was the other team? Sorry. Mariposa. They're the Thailand team, and they've all kind of been as Thai as well. So it looks like they're really sticking to this because, having somebody in a different country, like while it's technically online and everyone can play together, it doesn't really matter, but it might help in terms of communication. It might help in terms of just getting things together. Or when we do meet up, it's nice to kind of be able to do that because everybody's in the same country and quarantined together, so to speak. But a pause now. Just kind of getting things started. So which team do you like going into this one?
I think I definitely prefer the Radiant lineup here.
The Radiant one,
So
okay.
Radiant is the... Radiant is the one without a name, right?
No,
Do they have a name?
What do you mean?
The
like
team name.
Oh, they're Bren. They're Bren.
Oh, they're Bren Esports.
Bren.
Okay, so
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
Bren. So yeah. Bren Esports, definitely.
Yeah, I think that they were, third place last year's FSL. So I think that we're going to see a very strong team. I think that they're still kind of, until I'm proven otherwise, you know what I mean? I think that they're definitely going to win this game, I think. I feel like they're a very strong team. Mariposa, on the other hand, as technically we've seen them, but are they top 4, top 5 in this league? I mean, we have 16 teams here, which is pretty crazy. Like, what level can they get to?
That's what we're going to find out in a couple of seconds' time. Yeah. It is going to be a mid-Doom. So Jaina is going to be playing the Doom. And they'll be going up against the mid lane Zeus here. So not a mid Lina. Lina will be going...
It's going to be off lane with the LC, which is actually a pretty poisonous lane.
It's pretty sick.
I mean, the stun setup, everything,
and Lina going for the boots first as well.
Yeah, position
so
4 is the way to do it.
She's going to get a buttload of auto attacks into the poor Terribly. And I don't know if the Crystal Maiden should be going... Or are they going to try lane top, actually? They might.
No, I think they're looking for first blood.
I think they're looking for first blood here, yeah.
Try to get something out of this. Make sure that they get to the runes, most important thing. And Rubik is kind of staying in the back. CM is obviously there as well, but it's going to be like, surprise!
Okay. So P does get the rune bot. And here, well, Legion Commander walks away with the rune.
Yeah. I think that was actually a bit of a travesty. The fact that you had 3 up in the top lane, especially with Radiant, and you didn't get the rune. Like, this is one where they were too held back. You know what I mean? Like, if they were up front more, zoning people out from where they were, because if you have 3 heroes, they have to respect that. And they should have gotten that extra rune.
Right. So that commitment didn't quite pay off for Bren.
So this PA Grimstroke lane, and then, like, the Zeus Doom, which lane do you think is going to be the most volatile?
PA Grimstroke versus the Zeus. I'm really not sure right now because for Doom, right, like with the changes to how to Devour and Scorch stuff, I'm not sure how well he's going to stand up against Zeus, who's going to go for probably the Arc Lightning and Static Field build. So I don't think he'll go a point into Bolt.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, you don't go, right? So
that's like the new top sin one. It was like 404.
Yeah, 404. That's right. Yeah. So that's why I think I don't know how I don't know how Doom's regen is going to hold up here against the onslaught of the Zeus. Ooh,
I mean, but Jaina here is prepared. Obviously, has a stick for definitely something that you want up against the Zeus. Is going to be spamming spells. So he is prepared, or she is prepared. Sorry, sometimes I speak from the perspective of the hero and not the player, so I'll throw people off.
But there are some heroes you don't know what the gender is, right? Or what if they just prefer not to have a gender? What if they don't identify with, either side?
Unfortunately, we don't want to put people in boxes, but we might have to. We'll just use it like a proverbial term, I would say, so that we're not trying to insult anybody, but we have to, call it something, right?
Like, I mean, you think about it, gyrocopter, he's clearly an Apache helicopter. So you can't call him a he or she. Wait, but Gyro has a mustache though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, although I have seen some women with mustaches, I'm just gonna say.
Yep.
All right. I mean. All right, but Night Stalker here, getting some last hits, leading with 9-2. That's off to a pretty good start against, especially against the PA's 5-1.
I mean, Night Stalker is just good stats, isn't it, overall? Yeah.
Pretty good, but I mean, as Bruce Wayne in the day, he's definitely not a strong. Oh, the career just in a really bad spot.
First blood goes down to career. I mean, but the Grimstroke, Honey Lisa did get the ward down from the career, so she didn't lose too much. She does have a good amount of regen still, so won't miss that career too much.
Still, it's gold. You do need to be careful. And Honey Lisa actually doesn't have any tangos, just a straight up salve, and just innate regen from the mangoes. So not really the best in terms of sustainability.
She could stand near the tower, I guess.
Yeah, she needs to back up, but she's still a ways away from brown boots, though. I mean, it's not the easiest thing being position 5.
All right, dropping her down here. No, but the first blood, the Fate Bolt goes to first blood goes to Ligaya with that Fate Bolt. And let's see if they can turn and go onto the PA. Looks like they might be able to get the PA for sure. There's gonna be 2 kills in the top lane. And wow, you mentioned top lane was going well for Hazelia on the Night Stalker. I think it's gone even better for her.
I mean, Nana was there, but the issue was that the career was there, and she was actually going to run to the career, but then she realized that she would have died with the career, but she tried to micro that, and actually that extra step she took, and the turn rate included, actually slowed her down so that the PA couldn't get away.
So you should just let the career die.
Well, no, but she should have microed it from the beginning. But the fact that she had to spend actually brain cells to kind of micro both of those things put them in that situation.
Yeah. So one thing that I learned from BSJ was actually to micro your career to your tower actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So kills going on here. Lina, both pairs of sisters going down. The pair of sisters going down here. So they will punish each other for the aggression, but not the kill that you want, right? Like you have TB who pop meta for this. You get a kill on the Lina, but not the Legion. So yeah.
I mean, trading for support is not the worst thing.
Yeah, it's not the worst. Gives TB solo XP,
Yeah, but the TB is still tops in terms of that lane, edging out slightly over the LC. I mean, it's a bit of a wash now, but it's more of where the equilibrium is.
Right.
Where the lanes, the creeps have met, so to speak. So salve used up by the Grimstroke, just backing up now. Using a lot of consumables early. Not really getting those items that really provide.
I think she has shoes on the career now.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
shoes.
Good. She's really going to need that, especially with the 5-minute ones. But she's late.
5-minute rune. I don't think she'll be able to make it in time.
I love the fact that they're kind of zoning them out right here.
They pushed out the lane here so that they can go for the rune. Easy for Rubik, no contest. And Night Stalker probably sees the career again. Oh no, one more time. You poor career. And now they're going for Honey Lisa again. She pops the mango. Going in forward. The PA is going to be lifted up, drop down. The Inkswell's not going to connect. And will they turn for this? No, I think Hazelia's kind of low. She is pretty tanky though. She has Magic Wand as well as Bracer. Super strong right now. And it is nighttime, right?
Yeah,
it
you
is
gotta
Batman
respect
time.
That. Yeah. Actually, Grimstroke was very, very close to getting killed on that one. I think that the Inkswell had it connected, though. They might have gotten that Night Stalker, but at the end of the day, losing the career twice, especially in like, what, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Not great.
So mid lane has actually been very okay. Mid lane has been super boring, but yeah, Zeus getting a kill though on the Night Stalker from the mid lane, and now they're going on to Ligaya here, who looks like she might be going down instead. Stick charges not going to be coming off on cooldown on time, and PA, well, they're going to get the return revenge kills on the 2 of them here. And oh, Crystal Maiden, you poor thing. I'm sorry, you're not too interesting to watch Crystal Maiden, but
you keep dying.
I mean, there's Crystal Maiden things, right?
All right, I mean, in the top lane, they secured both. I mean, they secured them both, obviously with the Thunder God's Wrath helping out and killing the Night Stalker, but they need to time the Inkswell with the PA blink. happening right when it's about to start.
Right.
They're kind of mistiming that.
Because Rubik just is going to interrupt it, isn't it, that way? So you've got to wait. You've got to understand that. Yeah, Rubik is going to lift up whoever is Inkslot right now. Oh, okay. PA getting chased all the way to almost tier 2, and the Night Stalker obviously faster. Is going to find, one more. But the blink away. Very nice. The TP in from the Grimstroke is going to dissuade Hazelia from going in, but she is playing very, very aggressively, and I would say it's the right thing to do, right?
It is, but she's actually a level behind. The thing is that second thing is that creep wave was just unfortunate timing for her to try to make that assault, because when this many creeps, I don't even know how many there are, is hitting you, you definitely need to respect that.
Yep, for sure. She has 2 salves.
Yeah, I guess you just got kind of like double bag it type, just in case. So you're prepared.
Yeah. So I have when I was TPing back to lane when I was playing with a friend, and then I typed, "Do you want a slave?" And then after that I realized my mistake and I was trying to correct it and like salve, not slave, and then he just replied, "Yeah, white one."
Wow. Okay. Wow. All right.
Okay.
I don't know how to respond to that, actually.
Okay. I was like,
Okay.
don't,
All right.
I'm not streaming, so it's
All
okay. Just don't say this sort of thing. Yeah, so now I'm very careful when I ask my carry, do you want a salve, not a slave?
Yes. Or you just, alt click it, let your team know I have one of these. If you need one.
I'll be here, I'll give you the salve.
All right, but actually, if you're looking at the mid lane, Doom with 41 last hits is actually last hitting the Zeus and is actually technically winning right now. And it is level 6. And he looks to be moving top. Maybe they're looking to technically pause
Doom, let's have the Doom ready. No Scorch stuff yet, though. So, and PA is kind of low, gets salved up. But I don't think she's really in any position to fight right now. Got, both Salve and the Clarity going on. Rubik standing up on the high ground, wants to make a play onto the Zeus maybe? They want to...
Yeah, I mean, if he can get that Doom off and just run up on him and then the Zeus lift is there, that will secure it, but seeing as that the Zeus just got the regen, probably not going to happen.
Probably not going to happen, yeah. Alright, so big creep wave under the tower for Hazelia here. She's going to be very happy. The lane is in the position that she wants to be in. Ligaya's not so happy. He does have 3 heroes on her tail. She gets slowed down by the Siphoning Dagger. Blink forward. Yeah, the stun from... This is a very, very dead Rubik, and it's not fun to watch. Doom is even here to, try to scare them away, but he's not going to be able to do anything much. She is pretty speedy. Night Stalker's gonna come forward. The stun is gonna miss from Lina. Now do the Doom. Gets the Doom onto the Lina, onto the PA. That's a very, very good target to go on.
Is it within deny range?
No, it's not within the deny range. So unfortunately Grimstroke is trying to quick down. The stun, it does connect onto the Doom here. The Zeus showed up to the fight as well. Lots and lots of magical damage here, but okay, now I think Hazelia is in a little bit of trouble. Does have the raindrops to help her out. The Inkslot again is not gonna connect, but the stun from Lina will. Rubik is here actually to help them out. Lift up, stun, that's both of them. This should be the end of the engagement here. Oh, they're going in for the Lina, maybe? Lina doesn't have any more mana. She want to have one more LSA. The Splatters is gonna miss. Very nice instead from Hazelia. And that fight is gonna go in favor of the Radiant for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that was just the power of the Salve, right? Completely caught off guard. The Lina thought that she was strong there. Obviously, once the Night Stalker salved up, he completely turned that around.
That was the point of the double salve.
Exactly, yeah. And it used both of them, right? So he's well on her way. I mean, obviously being level 6 now, a little bit behind. I mean, she's been trying to push the, the aggression, so to speak. But in this case, it's kind of like it didn't really pay off because of the fact that the first night and she wasn't even level 6. But now that she is, she can really turn this up, and she's looking to TP bottom.
The TP bottom does have an Invis rune, but immediately, the Night Stalker pops it out and tries to go on to the Lina. The stun is going to clip on again here, and yeah, that's it. That's going to be a very dead Lina, but they did pop the Night. They did, bring the Night Stalker down. So there are 3 cores in bot lane right now.
Yeah, and to add insult to injury, so to speak, Jaina actually was looking to TP mid, and then the Night Stalker came bottom and was like, no, cancel that. We can get this kill. And so he canceled the TP, and now you have too many cores in the bottom lane.
Huh. Literally 3 cores in the bottom lane for a position 4 kill.
Yeah. Not really worth, but I guess space for the enemy team?
I guess the space.
Night Stalker does have phase boots here. Is he going to get Earn first?
Earn first. I think Night Stalker probably wants a Halberd actually, or maybe even a Hood. Halberd Hood. Could go either way.
Yeah, I mean,
But
there's a decent amount of magic
if
damage.
she's doing very well, then she might go for the Halberd straight up first.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like, in my opinion, yeah, somebody needs to go pipe.
That
They'll
should
really
help.
mitigate a lot
we
of the
definitely
damage.
need a pipe. It's
So-
just I don't know if the Night Stalker decides to
come in
finish the
handy.
entire pipe. Yeah, because then that means they lack a lot of damage and control in that
Yeah.
sense. They have survivability, but
Radiant's bottom tower
not
is under
enough
attack.
damage because these two supports, your Crystal Maiden and your Rubric, they're
structures are
not
fortified.
they're not really supposed to do like a buttload of damage.
True, true. I mean, but this is kind of my issue with like a Night Stalker or an LC off lane, is that they want to go damage, they want to start ganking, they want to make those kills.
Okay.
But at the end of the day,
Radiant's bottom
like
tower
the
is
pipe
under
would
attack.
probably help their team more. Because there's just so much magic damage on that enemy
Radiant's
team.
bottom
If you
tower
mitigate
has
almost what the
fallen.
Zeus can do, like that's the mid laner, right?
Dire's
He's
Yeah.
going to do a ton of magic damage, and if you mitigate all that damage, like you're going to win a
Radiant
team fight.
structures are fortified.
All right, so we'll see how this goes. I think maybe Bren have a
Dire's
slight
top
edge because the
tower
Doom
has
can be that sort of aura carrier.
Yeah.
In a sense, he's like a pseudo, or he doesn't have to build it. You know, he kind of just eats the creeps and he gets the aura, right?
Yeah. I mean, in a way, I love the build that she's going right now in the sense that the drums into Blink. I still think that drums, even with the latest nerf, is still relevant. It's not as good as it once was, obviously, but it is still pretty good. It was just too overpowered
His
in the last
speedy
patch.
zoomer. It's this speedy doom right here. You've got the face
Yes.
boots, the drums, and then the blink. Yeah, all you're missing is the
Radiant
Darkseer.
are scanning.
Yeah. Who, by the way, was nerfed in the last
Yeah,
patch
oof.
and is pretty good too.
I think Darkseer is still pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you think the change to the to what do you call it, the oh no, okay, hold that thought first because it looks like they're smoked up and they want to go and do something here. They know that everybody's up here, but they probably want to go for the Zeus here.
Yeah.
They're
But if
inching
they
in
get a
forward. Doom pops the Scorched Earth.
Seemed a little obvious.
Yeah, seemed a
Why
little
would you
bit
pop
obvious.
Scorched Earth and then like,
I want
walking
to
on
push the lane, that's
freeze?
why, okay?
Yeah.
I want to push the lane. Okay, they're going to change. They smoke again in the river,
Yeah.
actually, and they're going to go up instead.
All right, look,
Ping,
if you're going to
ping,
smoke
ping,
once,
Zeus knows.
if you're going to smoke once,
Actually,
that's fine. But
They
if you're going to
smoke-
smoke
I
twice,
think
you
they
got a
smoked
problem.
in vision of the ward, that's why. So now they know that they're on the high ground. This is going to be a waste of smoke, huh? But he's going to get out. Oh crap, it's just out of range, actually.
Yeah, it's a little out, but the thing is that everybody was missing. There was nobody else. So, and the fact that like Doom kind of stepped in there is like, huh. The spider sense of the Zeus went off, and it was just like, oh, there's something's
That's
going
pretty
on.
obvious, right?
Yeah.
Dire's
So,
top
for
tower
looking at
is
net
under
worth though,
attack.
Zeus is still top on the team. Doom, of course, very strong with that mini Midas.
Yeah, built in Midas here, right? Devour.
It's still good. It's still good. Like, because the biggest thing is obviously the HP region just really helps the laning, but he missed the stop. That's the blink reveal too. But Grimstroke is not even level 6
Yeah,
at
the
this point.
supports are actually pretty under-leveled. Like, okay, so Rubik is 7, that's pretty good. Lina is 6 as well, or on the way to 7. Unfortunately, Crystal Maiden level 5 at
Yeah.
13 minutes in. Not a good sign for the supports. Their lanes didn't go... I mean, she died twice in lane, right? But even then, the lane wasn't a complete disaster
Right.
for
True.
Bren.
True.
So
But she died early twice. And that the second thing is that CM right now is
Radiant's
there's a
middle
lot of
tower
wasted
is under
time. She
attack.
should actually be farming and focusing on herself to make sure that she's level
Right.
6. Because when that team fight happens, they're going to really need that freezing field.
Okay, but to be fair, perhaps she gave all the EXP to the Terrorblade, who's currently 10, as opposed to the 8 of the Phantom Assassin. So
Well, yeah. So you're going to sacrifice here and there. But the thing is that right now, it will help
You
your
need
team
to play
way
catch up.
more to get to level 6.
you need to play catch up.
Okay? You need to be greedy at some point.
Mhm.
Like, she's still looking to stack at this point.
Yeah.
She could literally just farm that
She
herself.
could just take a... Yeah, you're all right. She
All right,
she
good.
heard you. She heard you.
Okay, all right. 6-minute delay, but, you know, she's able to
Dire's
hear the
top
future,
tower
maybe.
is under attack.
She knows what she's doing.
Hmm.
Double damage rune, waiting in the river.
I mean, another thing is that 14 minutes through, if you look at the LC, really no duels, really no action.
Yeah, no
She's
action
not really
whatsoever.
pushing it.
This is a pretty quiet game for off-laners who are actually looking to get pretty active, isn't it? Like the LC, does the LC not want to fight until she has dagger? Does she have it on the career at the
I
moment?
think she has it on the career. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's been quiet almost
She's
the
been
entire
very,
game.
very quiet. Yeah, it does have a dagger.
Yeah.
mana as well. Night Stalker probably wants to look to mirror the movements of the Legion Commander.
Dire's bottom
It looks like
tower
they
is
want to
under
smoke
attack.
up behind the tower here. Going with Grimstroke, yeah, fantastic move here. 3 of them, they actually make quite a ferocious ganking squad, don't you think?
It do, but the thing is look at the timing. 7 seconds away from nighttime.
Ah, that's not when
This
you
is
want to be
not when you wanna be
fighting.
going.
That's not when you want to be fighting for
This is
sure.
definitely gonna happen.
They do see the Terrorblade going for the
This should
rune
make my
here.
life
Can they
easier.
get anything out of it? They get
Oh,
the press
the
the attack,
duel.
the blink forward, the duel, the stun. Lina finishes him off. No, it's actually the Zeus is gonna finish it off. So yeah, Zeus from the mid lane is gonna go forward, and the response from Bren is unfortunately not quick enough. But okay, Night Stalker will pop the ult here. Can they catch anything? Yeah, they're gonna catch again. It's gonna be the Lina. So it's gonna be the Lina again. But this is really very, very worth. Not ready to get 2 supports here for your Terrorblade.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning of the fight, the issue that the guild, when she was going for the rune, she had illusions. She microed the illusions to farm the camp. What she done, she had them stuck together and moving with her, and not done that. You know what I mean? In the sense of just constantly
Okay,
farming.
hold that thought because maybe they get the Zeus here, so that's maybe kind of worth. But again, the Purge, the press the attack from the Legion Commander is not going to be enough. The onslaught from the
Oh,
Radiant is
CM.
going to go for a. Oh no, CM. Okay, CM, the creeps.
And the
Oh,
moves
no.
are out.
Dire's middle
Oh, that's a
tower
long
is under
sip.
attack.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, you were saying about Gil and
No,
her
just
illusions?
because, like, if all the illusions were right on top of her, you don't know which one's the real one, right? So then
Right.
the duel would have been taken, she might have been able to get away in that case. But the fact that she had microed them to take out the jungle camp made it very easy for the LC to spot her.
Alright, looks like they're going on to the Rubik again, but they get the Purge as well as the Shadow Amulet, by the way. That's just a bit okay, they get soulbound here, and now Sleepless is gonna live actually. They're going forward, oh they're gonna find, oh no, it's gonna be the poor Rubik in the trees, it goes down Ligaya. Unfortunately, will be the first to go down in this fight here. Doom going in forward, Jaina. Can she get anything on Honey Lisa? No, again, the Purge comes out from the Legion Commander. Very, very worth it.
I love the fact that they're just pushing the initiative. Like 15-minute happened, what do we see? Constant fights. Night Stalker's been strong, very, I mean, nighttime is definitely the way you want to be. You've been seeing the Doom. This Doom will probably get away, does have Blink if he wants to
I
go.
mean, she's got friends in the neighborhood here. They can probably turn and fight if they want to. Rubik is going to be coming, back online, so she can TP it off. She can TP in really quickly.
And again, we're seeing the power of this Night Stalker, this last pick that has kind of just been a menace throughout. I mean, that silence has just kind of just held everybody back. Like Lina, Zeus, Grimstroke, all of these guys under that cover is just not going to do much.
Alright, the stun, the setup again. It's gonna go onto the Legion, but Legion is pretty tanky, good stats as well. In general, stolen overwhelming odds actually from the Rubik. Ligaya, she's gonna go forward, looks like they want some more. There is Night Stalker has the ult again, that's why they're going. She's gonna pop the ult, she's gonna go forward, but gets stunned up by the LSA, a beautiful stun, but they lift up the Lina again. Looks like she's gonna be collateral damage here. They found Hazelia here, oh they even popped the Crystal Maiden out just for her. But oh no, it looks like Zeus. Sorry, the Night Stalker taking so much damage from the Zeus, and Night Stalker will go down in the out. Buyback from the Lina actually, and Rubik's gonna go off, go down on the sideline here.
Oh,
CM, will she live?
14.
No, quickly, look,
Run.
it's Tranquil Boots that comes off cooldown, and
Ah!
oh no, overwhelming
Dire's
odds.
middle
The odds are
tower
not
is
in her
under
favor, and she goes down.
Yeah, like I think the Night Stalker needed to just kind of backpedal a little bit so that the Freezing Field could have done a little bit more action. A little too aggressive and kind of out of position in that case. And the fact that, once the Lina bought back, you were like, it's an all-out retreat.
Yeah, and so the Night Stalker went for the hood actually, and has the full pipe queued up instead. And on top of the full pipe, she's gonna go for a BKB. That's very defensive.
It is, but you need this. This is what I'm talking
You
about.
need this.
Somebody needs to make that sacrifice.
Alright, they're gonna go on to the Legion Commander again. The silence is going up. There's no pressy attack for you. Jaina on a killing spree. They're gonna find in the river. Can you find anybody else? Honey Lisa. Jaina's gonna silence up the Doom and gets the Inkso up. And no, Night Stalker's gonna come around. She glimmers herself up. And no, True Sight is not too expensive. Honey Lisa, unfortunately, going down in the river.
Just LC, when everybody was back, why would you push the T1? Like, that seemed a little, like, you knew that they were going to come there, they were going to respond in kind, and just really out of position in that case by the
Dire's
LC.
middle
Probably
tower
thought
is
that
under
maybe she
attack.
could have just blinked away, but just not quick enough.
She's not at that stage where she can be, right in front of the tower, hitting it, and without a care in the world. So she's got to be a little bit more careful.
And another thing is that the LC actually has a ton of unreliable gold. She hasn't spent out anything.
Right. Spend your money, Elsie.
Yeah, spend your money.
What do you think she should spend the money on?
Well, I think Blade Mail is the traditional one, but again, it comes back to utility. You need some ways to just kind of save your own team. Like in the fact that like Zeus, Lina, all of these guys so squishy, right? We've seen almost all the different fights. If the LC can keep the other heroes alive, they will be able to do their job in just kind of controlling the team fight. But the fact that like Honey Lisa and Lina have just been getting squished, it's been very difficult to continue those team fights.
But I mean, as a you know, as the last Night Stalker pick, the final Night Stalker pick was just meant to squish all of them, isn't it? So
Yeah.
it's not really their fault, but
So in that same sense, if you know that the Night Stalker is there, and his big thing is that he gets on top of you and he silences in that AoE spell, you need Force Stab. It's like having a Ricky. If you have smoke screen, you need ways to get out of it and kind of control it by mobility.
Okay, the Doom is out onto the Legion Commander. She gets glimmered up immediately, but Doom is still chasing in forward. Does have the dust coming off cooldown in the backpack. Oh, walks the wrong direction. Has the dust again, but finds out the Glimmer Cape is going to work. Beautiful movement, actually. They might be able to get the deny onto the Legion Commander. The Soulbind comes out. Zeus taking out the Doom. The BKB has entered the Rift, the Rubik as well, and now Hazela in a world of hurt. That's back off into the freezing field, but that's going to be too late. She's going to pop the ulti, actually, ultimately to just run away.
CM just got destroyed by the PA here, and she's starting to get some decent items where she's starting to crit people, and obviously makes it very, very scary. But man, that Doom was very, very like aggressive.
Very ambitious,
Very ambitious. Yeah, completely out of position. Like at some point, you gotta be like, hey, maybe this Doom thing isn't gonna work, and maybe I should let her go.
But you know, she wanna be like, I've got Doom, I've got BKB. You know, it's a fresh BKB, and I want to use it here. I want to press my buttons. And
yeah, but you needed your team to kind of control things. Maybe the Rubik was there with like a lift, maybe could have secured that kill, but just not everybody was there. And the fact that you're faster than everybody else means that you're faster, you're moving away from your own team.
Right, the team is not really quite there to back you up, and it takes time for team to get there.
Yes, definitely does. I mean, they're like diving T2 almost, so a little unnecessary.
Okay, so in spite of all these fights that seem to not be going in favor of the raid, and they are still 3k net worth lead ahead, but hold that thought because Doom is going to get chunked out quite a bit by the combined magic damage of Mariposa. Wow.
Right.
That was a lot of damage.
The fact that Doom has not used Devour means there's no HP regen. That's a pretty massive jump. The fact that from 13 to 26 that we just saw right there, right? And so he can get bursted down. His thing is that he's trying to sustain everything. And I just saw somebody hit with pipe. Who had that?
Was it the Night Stalker who has the pipe? Yeah, Night Stalker has the completed pipe with the Essence Ring as well.
Right.
So super tanky, that frontliner that you wanted.
Exactly, yeah. And it's going to really help out in terms of like the Doom, because obviously he just wants to run up on the guy, and if he's getting bursted down at like 70%, like he's going to have an issue.
Okay, so now Night Stalker and Doom can be that, that duo that goes right in front, and then Terrorblade will be that guy who stands in the back and, just hits people from afar. So Terrorblade's build here is the Sanjin Yasha with the BKB coming up very, very soon. They've got double drums actually. They've got more music to fight to, Bang my drums.
It's fine. Everybody should have drums because those 6 charges really, they kind of, I mean, if you can, spread it out in the sense that, like, this person uses it for one fight, the next one you have it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? As long as you're not using it at the same time, where there's no, like, double bonus, so to speak. But the stats are just so good on it.
Right.
I think, though, once the TB gets the BKB, I think that's a pretty good moment where you're like, all right,
so
really strong on the fight.
BKB, Doom, as well as Nighttime, that's their goal tag, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I mean, that's the pretty much the next big item. I mean, Rubik here trying to make plays, gets a blink.
Okay, so PA going for the Battle Fury into the Deso into the BKB. Pretty standard stuff here.
To be honest, if you're going to go Battle Fury, that says you want to farm. The Desolator says, I want to fight. But I think...
conflicting items.
But the issue right now...
This is Scout's out there, smoke actually. So they're going to know. They're going to know that something's amiss. So they instead just head for the bot lane tower and probably just get the hands on this tower. Okay, but you were saying about Battle Fury and Desolator.
Yeah, because generally speaking, any core should probably go offensive item, defensive item in that order, right? And just constantly just kind of switch between the two because of the fact that, like, if you go Battle Fury into Desolator, yeah, you'll blow somebody up, but if somebody lifts you, you're pretty much dead.
Okay, Hazelia, she pops the ultimate immediately, but gets dissuaded really quickly by the Nimbus actually. That's gonna be a somewhat wasted out. But it is going to be nighttime soon, so it's not the biggest issue. They're going to get a D ward here. Can they get anything else out of this? They do have the entire team here. They don't they only don't have the Night Stalker ultimate. But it's not the biggest deal. They smoke up on the high ground. Mariposa, they look like they will definitely want to defend this tower, but Bren, do they actually even want to push this? They don't have the Elf of Night Stalker anymore, but they do know, it's going to be nighttime, right? So they're going to be fighting an advantage. Oh, okay, they find the Legion Commander here. She gets glimmered up immediately, but it looks like Doom, she's getting bursted down as well by the PA. But PA, okay, they get the Soul Bind, which is kind of nice. It's onto the Night Stalker as well as the Crystal Medic. Immediately the ult gets stopped. Now Gaia dropping very low. Are they going to jump forward? Yeah, they might be able to take down the Gaia for sure. Yeah, okay, so now they're going to try to go for more. They get the duel. No, the BKB out. The duel. No. Legion Commander, shut up.
Barely out of range.
Okay.
Okay, the initial fight was good, the retreat was poor. I mean, the reason being is that actually they had that high ground part, and so being able to just get the jump on the LC, because the LC was obviously looking for that fight to start it, wasn't able to do that just because of a lack of vision. It's very difficult to go anywhere blind, right?
Okay.
But the thing is that they stuck around a little too long. The Rubik was definitely out of position, just by the T3 tower for some reason.
Yeah.
But
alright, so it looks like now Legion Commander, she herself, she's out of position, and she will be going down. No dust on Hazelia. Oh, she does have dust actually. She didn't want to pursue Honey Lisa.
yeah, Honey Lisa just is going to get away here.
Okay, so is it a concern? Is it a concern if you cannot kill somebody within the duration of the Doom right now?
Yes and no. Okay, yes, obviously the fact that if you don't kill it, it's a pretty massive cooldown, right? But if you can use it, and I feel like Elsie is actually the wrong hero to do it against.
Oh.
If you can stop the magic damage from Zeus, I feel like that does more.
But Zeus is going to be so far back,
Right.
isn't it? Do you want to wait for the Night Stalker to give you the vision and then you go like, yes, I see Zeus.
If you stop his fight and then maybe like the LC, like the duel doesn't get off on somebody good, like if you had the freezing field even on the back of that, on top of, the duel that's happening, like you can potentially survive that fight.
Okay.
Right now, the biggest thing is preventing the magic damage, which Zeus is all about.
Okay, so we'll see if the Doom is able to find Zeus way in the back lines here, right? That's where Zeus likes to play.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that's why Elsie needs to be a little bit up front. In that last fight, it was super awkward because almost everybody's right next to each other by that T2. But again, I don't think Elsie is actually the right target. PA is definitely not the right target.
I think maybe Jaina was concerned about the press the attack from the Legion Commander, wanting to completely, remove that. But honestly, the Grimstroke has been the saving grace here. It's been Honey Lisa with the Glimmer Cape here, honestly, getting the saves here, with the magic resistance as well as just, getting it so that they give a little bit, they buy a little bit more time for the Doom target to get away.
I mean, Grimstroke is just like an amazing kit. You know what I mean? Like the Soulbind, the Silence, like the instant one. I mean, everything is just so good. And you tack on a Glimmer and it just becomes super annoying.
Yep, super annoying to deal with. The Radiant, well, they are prepared with, dusts and all that, so it's not too bad, but it's the magic resistance, right, ultimately, that actually just helps so much with surviving the Doom.
Okay, so Axe has been picked up on Doom. I'm not the biggest fan of this because I feel like, yeah, it gives you the Infernal Blade and it extends it, but the thing is that this is really good against like strength heroes. Those really tanky ones that kind of lets the percentage kind of work to your advantage. But if you're looking at what Mariposa has brought, they're kind of like the squishy type where you just need to burst it, right? And I don't think that that's actually the right item for them.
I mean, could it be for the break mechanic that they're looking for? They want to break the PA? I'm not
like at that point, like maybe you like a Silver Edge. Like normally I don't say this, but maybe the Silver Edge just to kind of help you find that Zeus.
But who's going to be the Silver Edge? Oh, you want a Doom to be Silver Edge carrier? Okay, alright. Well, Night Stalker pops the ult, wants to get vision here, but remember that everybody can hear that, and it looks like it's going to be another wasted ult here because they're all in the jungle here. They're going to go forward. Ligaya is the one in front, actually, not Hazelia on the Night Stalker. Jaina walking in forward. Okay. Oh no, they get the miss. Quick fingers from Shada is going to get it. Oh no, but they get the Doom on the PA. That's probably even more valuable target to go on for. And now PA, she's just going to be running in the opposite direction of her team, and nobody's going to be able to save her at all.
And they actually backed up and let Gil actually get the last hit on that one. So more net worth.
And then now right outside the tier 2 here, it looks like they might be able to go high ground with this. Could they threaten high ground for sure? They do have meta still.
Yeah, I mean, no buyback on PA. Now is the time. This is an opening.
Do you put the ultimate orb in your backpack or okay, you got the Scotty now? I was like, you put that $2,000 item in your backpack over your stick. Okay,
So one thing is that I actually said that Doom probably shouldn't go on PA, but if the PA is completely out of position like that, like shut her down so that she can't flick away, obviously you take what you can get.
Okay, so they will not threaten high ground. PA will be respawning in a little bit. They did take the outpost here. Do they stay here to take care of this guy?
No, I think you back up. You take Roche. You got to get some sort of objective. I mean, you killed the PA, you got to get something out of this, right?
Yeah, PA will be coming back soon. Does have the Deso and the Battle Fury ready. So, she should be in fighting conditions soon. Oh, okay, sorry. Element lane here, they find Legaia here. I think that's going to dissuade them from taking Roshan. Yeah, they're probably going to back off. They don't have Night Stalker out. It's going to be daytime as well, so not a good time to take Roche.
Yeah, I mean, if all 5 were kind of in the pit taking on Roche, I think they could have done it. But just the amount of damage they have, like, even TV doesn't really have that, like, next level of damage.
No, TV's not at that critical stage yet, right? Like that point where it's just like one-shotting all your supports or something.
But MKB's up next.
MKB is up
which
next.
is going to really help against this PA. So,
which again brings us back to the point of the Aghanim Scepter, right? Like we don't really agree with that. The cooldown is nice, I guess. You know,
I mean, it's almost 100% for the break.
Nice. Yeah,
I mean, it gives you stats, which is great, but
what other item then do you think perhaps Jaina could have gone for instead?
Like, I'm thinking just like a Shiva, maybe, just to kind of slow things down, make him like just kind of stop it, because of the fact that the PA doesn't even have BKB, and you can just kind of get to, you know what I mean, like you create that havoc, so to speak, when you're going on in, when you're blinking through. But again, if nobody's going to go Silver Edge, if nobody's going to have break, then probably Axe, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because somebody needs to deal with it. But I feel like TV's
But
just
then
like
TV's just gone from MKB already, right?
Yeah.
So that's also the other solution to the Phantom Assassin. So.
I mean, you're going to help out your Night Stalker, who's really probably
Oh, okay. They're going to find Honey Lisa. Here, she gets used up. The stun, the LSA, is going to clip onto Honey Lisa, and unfortunately, the Grimstroke is going to go down under that silence and not able to do anything. Zeus has been fantastic with her position, honestly. Ningen just not been caught out at all. Okay, the Zeus has died once.
Yeah, I think like magic damage is definitely going to be the highest in this game, but I mean, that Night Stalker, this cosmetic, generally speaking, most Immortals are kind of like pay to lose, right? But in this case, that Night Stalker, like,
you get to see
silence,
the range, right?
Like, I have no idea how big that thing is.
Yeah, until you saw.
It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Finally going for the Helper. Yes. I was talking about the Helper. I was thinking she shouldn't have gone. Definitely shouldn't have gone BKB straight. Yeah, so she instead swaps out for the Halberd here. So I think that's going to be super good because it's going to be a while before PA. Actually, not super a while. I think the Halberd came a little bit too late actually. BKB is going to be up on PA, and if she gets the BKB off first, then your Halberd isn't super useful anymore.
Right, and again, this is why if she had BKB, she'd be able to fight like into the CM freezing field. The Rubik lift will never happen. Like all of these things gives you that opportunity. But now the fact that you're like this glass cannon, you're going to really struggle just trying to take it.
You are a confused glass farming cannon.
Like I understand why you get Desolator, but I think the itemization, the order that she bought the items is actually not correct.
Okay. So now with the Aegis in hand, they probably want to make some sort of move bot here. The Night Stalker ult is coming off cooldown in a short bit, so they will be able to take this fight in the daytime. Gil is very, very strong, isn't it?
Yeah. At this point, she's kind of hitting that critical mass.
Yeah, she is.
So
it's a
scary time.
Legion Commander, unfortunately, you know, with very, very little dual damage actually. Just 20 and only at 33 minutes into the game. Not where you want, you know, not where you want to be as a Legion Commander.
Yeah.
You don't want to be dueling people you can't kill.
Yes. I mean, this is again coming back to the laning phase to the mid game, right? She wasn't really making an impact. She wasn't getting those easy duels, and now she's gonna have to really work for that. The fact that she's only got like what? Like look at her itemization. She does very little damage.
She's very, very defensive. She's got the BKB going into a Lincoln Sphere.
I mean, it's gonna help stop and prevent
the doom, right? Yeah.
But I don't know if that's really like somebody needs to do this. But again, like I don't know. This LC is becoming like, because you're not the full damage style, you're not the full utility, and now you've gone straight up defensive, right? So just trying to keep the team alive. Obviously, that she thinks that she's the #1 target by the Doom, which she has been in the latest
She has
team
been,
fights.
but, you know, it's okay for her to get doomed,
Yeah,
isn't
I think
it?
so too. I think so too.
I
Yeah.
would like for her to get doomed, actually, over the PA or the Zeus or anybody else, actually. So.
But, I mean, the Zeus has been like perfect.
The
in
Gaia in a sneaky position. Glimmer Kate in. Gets the lift up onto the Legion Commander. She's going to purge herself and pop the BKB as well. But now Hazelia is going to go in onto the backline. The LSA does clip onto her as well. But now, oh my goodness, the Legion Commander is so super low and will drop eventually. Now they're going to go instead for the Lina as well as the Grimstroke. Yeah, Lina's going to fall as well. Now they're going to get the Soulbind out onto the Terrorblade and the Nightstar as well and the Doom. But it doesn't matter if you go down already.
Yeah, just
Oh,
really good team fight there by Bren Esports. Just being able to just kind of push through. You like popped all of your ults. You have Metamorphosis, just the amount of damage, and the fact that like now they have to full out retreat. This is probably a set of racks here.
Yeah, I mean, the scoreline doesn't look like it, but, you know, Bren is 16k net worth lead ahead. And I don't see them dropping anytime soon. Oh my goodness, Lina, she did the buyback and she dies back immediately. And now Doom is going to get the Doom out onto the PA here. She's super low, but PA, you're even lower here. Okay, and yeah, they get the kill onto the Crystal Maiden. That's kind of nice. It's their consolation kill, alright? But yeah, that's
providing so much space right now.
not enough space when the rest of your team is dead, but they are respawning because it is still relatively early in the game. Sure, you don't have a PA, but you still have a Zeus, right?
I mean, it's still going to be able to do some damage. Obviously, they do need to respect that. Pipe is now being used, but it comes back to the itemization of the Dire. Right?
Canceling the regen from the Aegis, that was nice as well.
A bit of a step there. They're going to have to retreat.
All in all, it's actually not as bad as I thought it'd be. I thought they would be able to get more from this fight with this Aegis, but unfortunately it times out. And I mean, the Lina did die back, but that's your position 4, right?
Yeah. I mean, just the fact that the Zeus does so much work, right? Like, if the Zeus doesn't die, they have almost infinite, wave clear as long as she doesn't get jumped. But a pause here.
I guess. Okay, so what if the Legion Commander was just building the Lincolns for the PA or for the Zeus?
I mean, the Zeus, I think at this point has been just, like, her positioning has made it so that she doesn't really need defensive items,
That's
right?
true.
She
has
perfect.
0 defensive items, actually.
But in terms of just the fact that, like, preventing yourself against, like, the Doom and the potential lift, I mean, they need to kind of work that out. But it's going to really come down to, like, again, if we're looking at the items of, like, the position 4 of, like, the Lina and, like, the Grim, like, you have a Yules, Lina's going to get a Glimmer up next, but, like, okay, now you have a 4-staff on the Grim, which is fine. But I felt like Lina probably should have gotten that instead of the Yules.
Right.
Just more ways to kind of just deal with the fact that, this Bren Esports
You want to
team is
disengage from
yeah.
the Doom and the Night Stalker, right?
Yes, and they just want to just charge at you, right?
This sustains. Gold
Alright.
remains.
So 20k net worth lead ahead for Bren Esports. Is there any way you can see Mariposa pulling this out? Pulling and turning this around.
PA needs BKB ASAP.
She does have it.
Okay, all right. And then now push out the lane, fix things out, and then look to just do like a 5-man smoke. You need to catch somebody out. Like, they need to work around the fact that Bren Esports, they have all of these ults, but they're really long cooldown ults. I mean, I'm including Metamorphosis in this.
Right. Yeah, Meta is the real ult, honestly, of TV. It's
But
not
like,
Sunder.
if you can find that pick off, it makes your life a lot easier because they can't really fight without those cooldowns. But if you're playing this passive farming game, you're actually playing it at the strengths of Bren, which all they want to do is they want to group up when they have all their ults and continue to push.
So you want to play a faster paced game than Mariposa wants to play a faster paced game.
Yeah. But it's more of working or playing around cooldowns. If they can do that a little bit better. I mean, look at this TB, completely out of position.
But
they don't know.
No threat.
But yeah.
There's no threat, honestly, to the TB here. They are not grouped up. Mariposa, they're not grouped up enough. They won't be able to, really take down the TB at this point in time. With 36 armor and a 3k effective HP. And with that Sanjin Yasha build as well. Sorry, the SNY Satanic build. Status resistance through the roof.
Yes. I mean, a decent amount of regen, especially with the Satanic. Like, it's going to be crazy. She's almost unkillable at this point. But, I mean, if you ever have a chance, you're going to do a smoke gank, you're going to get 5-on-1. Like, that's your time, right? And the fact that, like, they have no map control and they're playing very, very scared is really just playing to the strengths of Bren.
Yep. So, I mean, the good thing is that, because they are Zeus, right? I mean, there's a Zeus on their team here. They still have very, very good vision around, they still have decently good vision control for the fact that, they've got no more out of the towers. So that's something. PA can still farm.
Yeah, but the impact of this PA has been little to none. I mean, I think early she got a couple kills, but like her damage is going to be pretty low in this game.
You want to count on a couple of lucky crits coming up.
Yeah, but she's like, look at her items compared to like the TV, right? The TV is literally 6 slotted. The PA has what? 2 big items? 3 big items. Sorry,
yeah,
BKB, Desolator, and
she can't kill the supports either. Ghost Scepter on the Crystal Maiden, and there's a Glimmer 4-star Bling from the Rubik, who
has everything.
Full utility right there.
I mean, it's gonna be super tough. Like, okay, whenever I go into a game, I always look at who needs to die. What is the priority? And if you're looking at it, Rubik CM probably need to die first.
Yep.
And then you keep the TV alive. Like maybe you save him for last, just because the fact that he's like, maybe you get a 5v1 on him. But like this is best case scenario, and it's so difficult now because the items they have so many items. So you have Refresher on Doom now. Like he's just out of control.
Jaina with the double Doom now. Double BKBs as well, Double BKB is always very valuable here.
Timeless Relic on the Doom, so the debuff.
Oh, Timeless, are you serious?
That's pretty crazy, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so the funny thing was that Jaina just now had the Enchanted Quiver in her quick buy. And for the longest time. And then I was looking, what was that Enchanted Quiver on? And it was on the TV. And I think she wanted the TV to give her the Enchanted Quiver. TV be like, no, that's my Enchanted Quiver.
Definitely. I mean, TV, what? 4,000 gold right now. Just has DD. Metamorphosis is ready. Like, good to go. Let's go.
All right. With the Aegis in hand. Terribly is running out of slots actually right now. Trying to build into that butterfly. Doesn't actually have the slot for it. But I mean, I guess you could just go without shoes, Who needs shoes?
You don't need shoes when you can just out-tank everything. I mean, if anything, like Moonshard, Aghanim still kind of on the list of potential buys, but I think right now they're just so strong. Oh, they need to fix the lanes.
I mean, they fixed the lanes. They found the PA here with the Doom here. 1 Doom use. We still got another one coming, and that's going to be easy kill. Easy pickings for... she just refreshed immediately?
That seemed a little unnecessary.
Okay, but now the fight breaks out at top because they know that they're alone. They got the duo. It's out onto the Legion Commander is going to be the one losing, actually giving the damage. No, not in time actually to Hazelia, but Hazelia is going to be just fine. And now goes after the Zeus. Unfortunately, tried to flicker away, but not enough. Flickers in the wrong direction. So no, that was the Zeus. That was the Lina actually who tried to flicker away.
Yeah, I think
but
Zeus
is still... Yeah, PA should needs to buy back for sure. Oh, sorry, Honey Lisa going down here. She also does have the buyback. Both of them could decide to buy back immediately, but unfortunately, Legion doesn't quite have the duel up yet. There is still that Aegis on the Terrorblade, and Terrorblade deliberately, low health, wants to sunder somebody. She's gonna lift her arm, Gil's gonna lift her arms, honestly. With that moment, okay, no, actually, she just, what, satanic. She's gonna lifesteal her way back here.
Look at how fast the Maxes are going down.
Yeah, I think this is just a good game already, huh? And I think maybe Mariposa is just preparing for the next game.
Yeah.
This is not, this is not the end of the road for them. This is obviously just the group stages. Yeah, so probably, want to be talking about how they want to move into the next game and how they can do better here.
I mean, I think a couple of things in terms of draft, a little bit of itemization.
Oh, the Doom. Nice Glimmer. Okay, the very, very nice Glimmer coming out again. But we'll save the Night Stalker from the damage coming from the Legion, from Lina. And now Gil in a bit of trouble. Oh, Sunder, no. Okay. Now Aegis is popped finally, and now Sleepless, no, she'll go down instead. But I think the Night Stalker will also go down too. Now PA, she's gonna be free to go ham a little bit. Gets the kill on the Gaia here, but oh my goodness, this Doom as well as this Terrorblade, man. Terrorblade, putting the terror into Terrorblade here.
Yeah, she just made mincemeat out of the PA.
Yeah.
Like the MKB just doing so much work. None evasion. Satanic out healing the PA.
Oh, they finally, no, Ning again with the quick finger. She's gonna get her. I just keep watching the Zeus actually. I want to see if she does. She does take down the Zeus. She does take down the Doom with her, but the Terrorblade. She's gonna play Janitor Dota. Well, Gil.
I mean, again, it's just like Gil and like just how much space the Night Stalker provides. Like that AoE silence is just massive against this team.
PA does dieback, has dieback already.
Oh wow.
So Zeus is gonna buy back. They still have one lane of racks here, so that's gonna be their last licks.
Yeah. Like, you would have thought
really
that they could have gotten Mega out of that one, but a little
bit of diving under the TD4s.
Yeah, a little unnecessary there. I mean, they tried to go for T4, but then were like, I mean, if they were playing a little bit safer, they probably should have just gone the bottom racks. But
hey, you know, sometimes it's just fun to do that. Okay, Moonshard now on Terrorblade, by the way. Moonshard.
Well, you might as well, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have everything.
Oh, God.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she's got buyback.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like, she's a world of hurt
I want to
right
see the Terrorblade Aghanim's actually. I have never actually seen it in action before.
now. Oh, really?
Yeah. It sounds OP. It's just, you know, it's more of like, do I really want to get a 4,200 item, 4,200 gold item for that fear?
Yeah, but I mean, she's probably just going to wait for the Roche, if anything. I think it's, what is it? It's the third one up next,
Yeah,
right?
it's going to be the third Roche next.
So, yeah, she'll get it.
Still quite a while
we
away,
can
though.
potentially see it.
Maybe. Or you could get a refresher shard and just put it on the Doom so you get refresher, by the way. Refresher square. Okay? And now Doom going for a Shadow Blade. Already consumed the Aghanim's Blessing.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so 7 slotted, like... Yeah, like
they're running out of slots.
Run out of slots. I mean, they have everything they need. Like this PA, in comparison, it's just been really struggling.
Yeah. Oh,
like
Spell Prison even.
More than double the PA's net worth, the TB that is.
Yeah, this is not a good position. It's not a good time to be Mariposa.
But it's coming back to, like, this is the type of game where Bren kind of worries me because yes, they're dominant. Yes, they're like winning. But are they playing too safe? Like, against other teams, like, is this really what you want to do, where you want to extend the game, or do you want to close things out?
But they did draft, you know, in such a way that extending the game would be what would work in their favor. So I think for this particular game, it's not too bad. Okay. But maybe in future games, it's a little bit more dangerous, right, to drag out games. If you don't draft that way, if your draft doesn't fit that way. Okay, now Hazella's going to pop the BKB, go forward, trying to go for Sleepless. The bind is on to the Crystal Maiden as well as the Night Stalker, so they're not going to be able to move as freely right now. Okay, now it's the poor Crystal Maiden who gets duel and taken out immediately, but that's just the Crystal Maiden, right? Okay, because it's your Legion Commander who goes down as well, and the PA not able to do anything terribly, just ferocious. Oh my goodness, this is a real epitome of a carry here and trying to, you know, take the Honey Lisa. Honey Lisa's going to make it back to the base, so that's kind of nice. Ning Legend is, no, she's going to go down in her base
give the rampage.
And give the Rampage to kill. So that's going to be a tips going out to kill. Ding, ding, ding. We're going to go to the next game, I guess. And Bren, this is going to be them taking the very first game that we have today.
Yeah, a little bit of disrespect there in terms of the
diving
for the fountain. But nonetheless, really good game. Obviously, we were just somewhat, like, they had full control of that game even from the beginning. So they were just really in control, very, very strong.
But the problem was, I didn't think that the lanes went that badly for Mariposa, actually.
Yeah. I mean, they were definitely in the game, but the thing is that they really extended it. They took it too long. I felt like you need to kind of push the, you know, any sort of advantage that you could get. The fact that, like, you're up against a Doom and a TB, if you go late game against these guys, you guys are definitely going to struggle.
So, even though let's just take a look at the lanes at the end of this here. Oh, actually, it wasn't as even as we thought it was. Yeah. The Doom came out significantly. Sorry, let me look at 10 minutes. Sorry. Yeah. 10 minutes here. Yeah, the lanes didn't go that badly here.
I mean, like, Zeus, being more than 1,000 behind at 10 minutes is kind of rough.
But Doom does have that inbuilt, you know, Midas.
True.
So that's kind of the cheat a little bit in a sense. And I guess Zeus maybe, she got a couple of early kills, didn't she?
She got a decent number. Like, she stole a couple with Thunder God's Wrath.
Yeah.
But in terms...
It wasn't stealing. She saw it first. She saw it coming, so she...
I mean, but look
How
at the damage.
How is it stealing if it's hers?
70k, right?
Oh,
like,
that's actually not... Like, oh, wow.
I mean, she only died 3 times. And the fact that, like, she had 70k damage, right? Which is pretty high. And then we talked about just how much of a... Like... How much of an issue that was going to be. But the fact that, like, they had pipe that mitigated a lot of it, but even still getting 70k could have easily been over 100k.
Yep, 100k for this duration, right, of the game, for sure. Okay. So, well, it's not the end of the road for Mariposa. They will still continue on. I need to take a look at my fixtures first, but they will be playing still. Okay, this is just the group stages. So tomorrow we have the full playoffs here. Okay. But congratulations to Bren Esports. They did very well. Hazelia was that space creator, and then Jaina was just like, hey, you and me, Night Stalker and Doom, we just run in. We perform the same function, honestly, here. We just run in and we mess with people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, in like a 45-minute plus game, I mean, the fact that your top 2 cores, your Doom and only died twice, your Gil, TB only died once, you guys are obviously going to start rolling, right? I mean, it's going to be an easy game for them. So,
and
very, very
I
systematic.
hope to see more moves coming out from Shada on that offlaner from Mariposa here. I feel like, she could have done a lot more. Or maybe she's just used to more static farming offlaners who just, by merit of farming, you are creating that space, perhaps like an Underlord.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just stay in lane and you're big, fat, tanky guy, and if people want to take you down, they have to come to you. So that's how you create that space in that sense. Anyway, before we go for a short break, a big shout out to our sponsors, Intel, Dreamcore, Super Solid, as well as Yahoo. Thank you so much for making this this league, this tournament, a possibility. Without them, we would not be here today. So thank you, you guys, for watching, actually. Viewers as well, of course. Big shout out to the viewers as well. You know what? We're going to go to a short break for a while.
We're going to go to Bren Esports and Keck W. That's going to be the next game up.
Okay.
But we're going to take a quick 10-minute
break. So wait,
break.
Bren Esports, then they don't get a break either? They just got to go straight into it?
No. If you're winning, you just got to keep playing, right? You're in the zone. You got to just keep going.
Okay, all right. Okay, then. We'll see you guys shortly. Bye-bye.